So I had a video about what I do when I do everything right and stuff just keeps sucking anyway. And I listed off 10 things that I do. So this is like step one, which is grieving the loss. So what happened is, we moved. We needed a lot of money to move, so it took all of our savings to move. And within 2 weeks of moving, the car saga started. And we have, in less than a year, put about $12,000 between two cars in 2022, which everybody knows is not the time to buy a new car. So it was better to keep putting money in the car. One's 12 years old and one's 6 years old. So we keep putting more and more money into the cars. And we're like, wow, if we don't have any car issues for 6 months, we might be able to pay for the maintenance that we should be doing on a regular basis. But instead, we keep paying for like the cracked radiator. Or like the oil didn't get changed. There was like some sludge at the bottom, some crap like that. It's completely insane. It's like as soon as I feel like we're going to be okay, we're going to be able to start putting money back in the emergency fund, boom, $557 bill because of the starter in a 12-year-old car, which everyone told me was a great length of time. But I'm like, yeah, but I just put like $4,500 in this car in the past like 12 months. No one picked up the starter before that. So this is me grieving my vision because I'm angry and hurt and I feel slightly deflated. So what's going to happen after I'm done venting about everything is my husband and I are going to write out all of our priorities and then we're going to look at our options. We have a couple of things that we could possibly do. So we're going to be working through our list over the next couple of days, but I had to call someone earlier just because there's this great quote and it goes that grief needs a witness. So I called someone who I think the world of, and he's the guy that I call when I need budgeting advice. He's the guy I want to emulate. And I said, I'm going to talk to you about money, but it's not to talk to you about money. I just need you to tell me it's not my fault and I'm not stupid. And he just listened and I screamed and I'm pretty sure I cussed and I just let it all out. And then I said, I'm sorry. And he goes, do you feel better? I said, yes. And then he said, you're not stupid. He said, this is a lot. And it is a lot. It's just been one thing after another. It feels like for the past year with my marriage, it's been one financial crisis after another. And I am unbelievably lucky that my husband kind of doesn't care about money. And what I mean by that is he doesn't really like talking about it and he trusts me with it. I'm the one who gets all worked up. And so when stuff goes sideways, what he says is, we got this. And I'm like, we got this. I'm so glad you feel that we got this because I don't feel like we have this. And that's what I want to do. And he just lets me be sassy and then he just holds my hand and he goes, our marriage is good. Our daughter is healthy. What else do you really want? And I said, I just want a break. I just want things to stop. I just want to have a freaking emergency fund like a normal American. He goes, yeah, the stuff I hear you talk about, he goes, most Americans don't have emergency funds. I'm like, okay, well, I work really hard so I can have an emergency fund. So I would like to have an emergency fund, but we kept having an emergencies, therefore we cannot have an emergency fund. Drives me insane. It's very deflating. But, here's the thing. My husband has pretty intense financial anxiety, so we have to pace our conversations. And by him needing space and time, it's forcing me to take space and time. So even though he's the one with financial anxiety, it helps me to know that we'll be okay. Because even if we don't figure it out tonight, we'll figure it out. We've been together 11 years, married 9. We have a beautiful little girl. Since we've been married, we've had 8 surgeries, a house that was falling apart like the movie Money Pit. We've moved multiple times. I was out of work for 8 months at one point. I mean, in the space of a year, our net worth dropped over $80,000, and it had nothing to do with the stock market. And we got through it anyway. And it's because my husband, he's amazing. He's my rock. My husband is caring and he's kind. And he doesn't want for a lot. I need a plan. I have goals. I want to crush those goals. And he's like, cool. Everyone goes through these times where you just want to give up. You just want to throw it all away. This is the time you lean on your partner, and hopefully they remind you that you've seen worse and you had less resources. So you got this. I did this because I'm really angry, and my husband's like, you need to record this. He said, because I think everyone, we know everyone goes through this. And maybe if someone sees how angry you are, maybe it'll help them to know they're not alone. Even though I'm talking into my camera on my phone, which is, I'm still getting used to. The thing is after putting all this money into the cars, I had thought that we would have like a year to save up money. So if we needed to buy a new car, we could, kind of like start looking at our options. The cars start saving up money for the options. Didn't happen. You can't catch a break no matter what we do. But fortunately, it's not our first rodeo with poop hitting the fan. Like my husband says, our marriage is good. My daughter's healthy. The rest is just money. So thank you for letting me grieve with you. Hi, I'm Anne from Life's Budget. I'm still trying to figure out this thing called life. How to manage my time, my money, and stay healthy while doing it. And part of being healthy is knowing when you need a break, when you need to cry. And I needed to cry. Thank you.